It's October and I have decorated my dining room for fall. I did it a couple weeks ago, but I'm running late as usual and I wanted to share it with you. It's a cozy fall day and we're having like a mild windstorm today, so I thought, what a good day for filming a fall video. Anyhow, this year in my dining room, I've kept it very simple. I've kept it simple throughout my house because, as you know, Christmas is coming and I go crazy at Christmas time, so I already have pre-Christmas fatigue. So this is my lovely dining room setup, and it's really funny because I have these blue pumpkins and blue candles, which traditionally wouldn't go with fall, but I saw something on a Pinterest that showed blue and copper colors together, and it inspired me to add the two colors. So I don't have a ton of fall decor like I do with Christmas, but I gathered up what I had and put it together, and I think it's stunning. I already had this table runner that was in blue, and these candles are actually real wax. They're just beautiful and they're on a timer, so they just pop on the right time of day and add the perfect accent and ambiance to the room. And I wanted to show you these candlestick holders that I got. This is my one purchase this year other than the blue stuff. And it's so cute. Look at that. It has the little acorns. And so that is my purchase this year for fall. I don't buy a lot of fall decor, like I said, because you know, you gotta store all this stuff, right? So I'm loving this, and I haven't set my fall table yet. And I hope to make a video and show you how I'm gonna set it for Thanksgiving in the next week or so. Another thing I wanna share with you are these beautiful vases. Look at these. These are old antiques that have been in my family for a long time, and they're so perfect for fall. They have the original lids still intact, no chips or anything. And the story behind these is when my mother and father had their first rental, like this was like real cheap rental. They were just starting out many moons ago, and they were left in the house of the rental. So my mother took them with her all these years and passed them down to me. So I really cherish them, and I use them for fall because of course they're the fall colors, but aren't they just beautiful? Aren't they so special? So these little acorns, I got them at Hobby Lobby, but last year what I did was I added some gold sparkles and a little bit of gold paint because they were very brown-like. And so I thought that added a little fluff. These leaves are actually metal. I got them on Facebook Marketplace, but you know what they are? It's so funny. I'm gonna pull it out and show you. These are the old-fashioned 1970s wall art. Some of you will appreciate that and remember these. They were a big thing back then. And I thought how perfect they would be to have a different texture in the table runner or tablescape. One of them already fell off, but that's okay. I just poke it in there and it's fine. That's it for the tablescape. On the buffet over here, I just did kind of simple things. And if you remember from my Christmas video last year, I have my beautiful, glorious copper candles. If you haven't seen that, you should watch that because I don't know if I can top it this year, although I'm going to be doing some great, interesting stuff. That's a really good video. But these candles are wonderful. They're dripless, flameless, and smokeless, and they burn so clean, and they don't damage your candle holders. So I love them. So I thought, gee, since I'm doing the copper and blue, I pulled them out. They go perfect, trying to have more of a budget-friendly decor this year. And then I had this little guy, but look at these glorious copper leaves I got at Hobby Lobby. They didn't have, or no, I'm sorry, Home Goods. They didn't have very many of them in the copper color, and I'm just kind of done with the tans and browns this year. And so I wanted more of the copper to go with my blue pumpkins and the copper hydrangea. Just love them. So I was super happy with this. These candle holders here, I just pulled these off of my patio. I did a video this summer of my makeover for my patio, and they had these on there, and I thought, well, those are perfect. So I just brought those in, and here we are on the buffet. They work great. So the mantle is simple, but I like it. It's very, I don't know, it's not sparkly, so it's a little unusual for me. But I really like just the simplicity of it, and I found some stems that are a little different. They're not the usual, and so I you know, it's nice. I did this with the pumpkin, I don't know. I just couldn't think of anything else for some reason. And then took our simple wreath and just added some picks to it, and you know, made it kind of fall. And I think it turned out great. Now look at these candles, look at the difference. See, these aren't dripless, obviously, and so they're gonna come down on my candle holders. I'm gonna have to clean them all up, but those other ones are dripless and smokeless. So it's really important if you look for that. So these were really cheap, and I got them, but I probably shouldn't use them too much. So anyhow, yeah, those candles are glorious, the ones on the buffet. So this is our overflow table, and I just kept it very simple here again, except for I love these leaves I got at Home Goods. Aren't those pretty? Just a little different than what's usually out there. And it's so important to be simple here because this is the table we use for like holiday food or drinks or whatever. So I need to keep this space open and simple. But I added a few festivities, and you know, it just adds a little fall touch. So that's it for the dining room. But I want to go back to my blue pumpkins and candles. I want to know what you think. Do you like the copper and the blue, or is it just too wild? We'll see. So the living room's entirely different than the dining room. The dining room's all about fall foliage and orange leaves and, you know, all the colors of fall. And so my daughter did most of the decorating in here. I did most in the dining room. And so she got the lighter color palette, and it turned out so pretty. I love this. This is my favorite. I love the lighter lamb's, is it called lamb's wool or lamb's ear? But it's so pretty and light with just a hint of pumpkins and leaves. And it's just kind of luxurious and light and clean. And on the fireplace mantle, she did the same. Just a few little garlands, kind of bringing the same type of foliage in here. Look at the little acorn, isn't that cute? And then down here is my special. So if you don't know already, the name of our home is Hilltop Haven. And I had this pumpkin made for it a couple years ago. It lights up, but you can't really see it because it's just not dark enough. I'll try and get a night one. But anyhow, isn't that sweet and so fun? So you can see I have my magazines all set up because on this kind of stormy day, although the sun's coming out now, I plan to just kind of sit and relax. It's a Sunday, and I want to read my magazines and drink my tea and just kind of feel fall come in, because before you know it, it will all be over and all the leaves will be off the trees and we'll be into winter. So today's kind of just a cozy day, a cozy fall day, and I just want to take it all in. I did do a little bit over there on my, I don't know what you call it, credenza, my little sweet squirrel, and again, some of the same foliage that's in the rest of the living room area. So that's it. That's my fall decor video, and I hope to follow up next week and set a beautiful Thanksgiving table for you. Until then, have a cozy fall days and nights. Sip on something warm, snuggle up in a blanket, and turn on your fire. Right. Happy fall.